Hello, this Throwback Thursday, August 15th, 2024. Steve Sipress here, and it was 125 years ago today that Henry Ford quit his job and started his own business. That was, he was working for the local electric company in Detroit, but he was something like the chief engineer, and he had no set hours. He was just always on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In case there was anything going on, that there was a problem with the electricity, it was his job to make sure that there was no outages and things kept going. So that gave him a real flexible schedule and a lot of time. And over the 6 years he was there, he was tinkering away with his passion in life, creating the gasoline-powered car, which he took him about 5 years, I think. He got his first patent on a carburetor or something, and then years later he created his first car, and then a second one, and then a third one, and that's when he got some investors together, and they said, let's start an automobile manufacturing company. There were dozens and dozens of them at the time, not like today where there's like the big three and maybe a few minor ones. Back then, it was kind of the wild, wild west, the early days. And that first business failed. Started a second one called the Henry Ford Company. That one failed. And about a year later, started the Ford Motor Company, which we know of because it still exists today, still in his hometown of Dearborn, Michigan. And that Model A Ford is what started that Ford Motor Company. And then a little bit later, the Model T, which just blew the roof off and made him one of the richest men in the world. But here's the moral of the story. He did not just quit his day job willy-nilly and put a lot of pressure on himself and start a business. No, he waited until he had that car ready to go and had investors ready to invest in a business. He kept his day job, so to speak. I see, and I coach and I counsel so many wannabe entrepreneurs these days that want to get out of the rat race. I did it myself. I had a real nice corporate multi-six-figure job, and I left that to start my own consulting business. But I didn't leave it and then start the business. I first started up my business on the side, and I worked evenings and weekends on my own business. I even took a couple of days off here or then and just packed in, overloaded my schedule on the other days, so my bosses couldn't even tell my production didn't go down or anything. I just worked tons of hours and tons of time and put in all my passion and effort into my own business. And once that was up and running and generating at least enough money to pay all the bills, at least six figures or so, that's the time where I went in and gave my notice and said, I'm out of here on the corporate job. So I see that mistake being made all the time. Please don't make it. If you don't like your job and you don't like your corporate America or whoever you're working for and you want to go out on your own, please don't quit the day job, as they say, and then start up your own business. That's putting way too much pressure on yourself and on that brand new business, which starting a new business for anyone that ever has, and had it become successful, you know how much pressure there is on that new business. You don't need the added pressure of like, hey, all my income went away. How am I going to pay my bills? Keep your income, keep your day job, just like Henry Ford did. Over 125 years ago, he quit his day job on this date in 1899 and started the first of three automobile manufacturing companies. Third time was the charm. That one was the success. Still exists today, one of the largest companies in the world, one of the largest automobile manufacturing companies. And again, Henry Ford, one of the wealthiest people in the world. But he did not quit his day job, and hope you don't either. And if you want help starting a business, growing a business, scaling a business, or just staying in business, I've got all kinds of strategy and tactics for every conceivable situation in every conceivable type of economy and industry. I've been there, done that over the decades and helped thousands of business owners, so I know a thing or two, and I have a whole ton of resources to help you out. Go to thewowstrategy.com. There you can get my help. And that'll do it for Throwback Thursday, August 15th, 2024. Thanks for being here today, and I will catch you tomorrow on Foundation Friday. Over now.